We on?
Yeah.
Welcome to the Dirty Dog Comedy Podcast with me, Terry Gargin. We are coming from the stage of the Dirty Dog Comedy Club, Southend's #1 best kept secret, and I think we're the only comedy club in Southend now. But anyway, my guest today is Anthony Jessop.
Hello, how are we
doing?
doing?
How you doing, Anthony? You
All
good, man?
How are you?
Oh, I'm living the fucking dream, brother.
Perfect, that's what we
Sitting
like.
here on a Saturday afternoon with a Greg's coffee, ready to talk the fucking world away.
Shutting Guff, that's what
That's
I did.
it. So you come from Luton?
Near Luton. So Luton is the biggest town near me. I live in a village called Toddington.
Oh, okay.
It's just off the motorway. I forget which junction, maybe 11 or 12, I don't know.
Yeah, you be alright getting home?
I hope so.
We've got on the junction.
I hope so. I'll be alright. But no, yeah, living in Toddington. Well, live in Toddington, sorry, near Luton. Lived in Toddington for just over 20 years, about 23 years. I'm a massive advocate for Toddington.
Yeah.
I think it's the best village in the UK. Very biased,
It's the
of course.
best village in Luton.
Well, no, it's near Luton.
Well, it's the best village near Luton then.
Yeah, I mean, we have we've got a Luton postcode, but we're
Okay.
just very different from Luton. Very, very different.
Yeah, there's people round here that do the old postcode lie, because there's a place called Shoebury Ness. Just
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Absolute shithole. Proper shithole. But they share a postcode with people from Fort Bay, which is quite posh.
Okay.
And yeah, if you ever ask anyone where they come from, they tend to say Fort Bay rather than Shoebury Ness.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
if you can, say it.
Well, that's it. There's not a lot of nice places in Southend to lie about that you live, if I'm honest.
That's true. That is very, very true.
That's good.
How long have you? So you live in Southend. How long have you lived in Southend?
We've lived in Southend. We've moved about a bit, but I moved here. I grew up in Basildon. I don't know if you've heard of
I've heard of Basildon. Yeah.
Basildon, famous for 3 blokes getting shot in a Range Rover.
No, never heard about that.
You've never seen Rise of a Foot Soldier?
No.
Oh, there's about 37 films.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
About 3 guys, gangsters from Basildon, that got shot in a Range Rover. A guy called Craig Fairbrass plays a guy called Pat Tate, who's one of the gangsters.
Right, okay.
And at this stage, there's so many films out that Craig Fairbrass has been Pat Tate longer than Pat Tate was Pat Tate.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. He's also like in his 60s, and he's playing a guy that died in his 30s.
Oh, okay. That's
Yeah, they really have dragged the arse out of it, but they're good films. They're pretty
Okay.
good films. I must say that, because I don't want to get shot in the back of a Range Rover in Basildon, but
I'll have to go. I'm a massive fan of films, but I only like.
just not gangster films.
No, I'm far from a gangster, to be honest, as you can tell.
Well, you live in Luton. There's quite.
No,
a
I live
few
near
of them around
Luton.
there.
No, I
Sorry,
don't live
you live
in-
near Luton.
near
Everyone
Luton.
must- Disclaimer for anyone watching.
But every film I watch has to grip me instantly. In the first 5 minutes, I find it very
So,
hard.
what's your kind of film then?
So my top 3 films. So my favourite is a film called White Men Can't Jump with,
Okay,
with
that's
Woody
an old
Harrelson.
one, yeah, and
Wesley Snipes. Yeah, brilliant film.
Before he got done for tax evasion.
I didn't know that, but
Yeah,
he learns
He
something new.
served prison time for
Did
it.
he? Oh wow, didn't know that. Wow, okay. Second is probably a film called The Green Book. It's
I've seen it, yeah, about a musician,
Yeah.
and it's one of them race.
Yeah, exactly.
films.
It's a true story.
You're quite into the race, I suppose, coming from Luton, you
yeah,
actually, didn't
yeah,
you?
exactly.
Yeah, The Green Book's actually a brilliant film. Yeah, I actually really enjoyed that.
Yeah, it's fun. It's true.
Yeah.
I love true story stuff because I don't really like films that are not. It has to be realistic to me.
Yeah.
And third favourite film probably is a film Eddie Murphy not Trading Places, Coming to America.
Coming to America,
Yeah,
yeah.
brilliant
The
film.
royal penis is clean.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they did bring out part 2, but it was dog shit.
Yeah, I
wasn't it?
never watched on that.
Yeah,
That
and
was
I
the original.
think the guy that played Darth Vader, well, he didn't, he just done Darth Vader's voice. Can't remember his name now. He's the dad in it. Has he got one of them names like Earl Jones Jr. or something?
I've
He's
no
got one of
idea.
them sort of.
Okay.
I won't say black names, but he's got one of them sort of names.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I know
and
what
I
you mean.
think they might have had to CGI him in a few
Oh, wow.
scenes, yeah, because I think he died at the end.
That's not good.
Yeah, he didn't get his head chopped off with a lightsaber.
Or get shot in the back of a Range Rover.
No, or shot in the back of a Range Rover. No, I think he just died of old age
Oh, fair
and natural
enough.
causes. But yeah, that's Coming to America. All the old Eddie Murphy films were legendary.
Yeah,
because
that's
Eddie Murphy, he's actually one of the. If you don't know, he was one of the best stand-up comedians.
Oh, no, yeah, I know
ever
that, yeah, he's-
for 2 shows, and then never done anything anymore. He just binned it off, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I mean-
Delirious and Raw, and that was it.
Why would you? I mean, why do you carry on when you've done so well? You don't want to ruin it. You don't
Well,
want to end
I
on a
do
low.
stand-up comedy, not for the glory or the millions of pounds that I earn, because I don't fucking get either. Although I did get molested by I think she must have been in her 50s, Italian woman on stage last night. That's probably about as glorious as it gets. But I do stand up for the love of it, not for.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, I see that point of view.
I don't think I've got a face for films, so.
Yeah, I mean, many people don't. That's why most people aren't actors or actresses. How long have you been doing stand up for?
Probably about 3 years, maybe nearly 4 years.
I thought it was longer. I thought you've been doing it quite a while.
No, everyone says that. I think it's just because I look so old.
No, because you seem to be. Every time I've been on 2 of your gigs, here was my second ever gig, and I bombed. It was your second ever time. The first one went amazingly in Peterborough. I thought, wicked. Come down in on a Friday night, bombed. And I thought, okay, you know what? It is what it is. Went home. M25, M1 was closed. It took me an extra hour to get home. I thought, jackpot. But every gig I've been to of yours has just been good. You've been just so loud, so confident, so energetic on stage. So I think you've been doing it. It feels like you've been doing it a lot longer than 2-3 years.
I've just got a big mouth, mate.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah, maybe too much confidence than I deserve. So you bombed here, and then you had all that trouble on the way home. So that was pretty much like your definitive moment, like your sign from God, whether to keep going or not.
And I still kept going
because they say, don't they, that God makes life as hard as He can for you.
That's if you believe in God.
For you to fight. Yeah.
I mean, I don't believe in God.
No,
not really. I mean, so obviously I had one really good gig. Once your gig I bombed. I was like, okay, 50-50. One bad, one good. I've got to see if the third one. If it's bad, then maybe I'll think about it. Third one I think went okay. And the most recent gig I've done of yours was in Letchworth.
Oh yeah, that was horrendous, wasn't it?
I bombed that as well.
Yeah, I think most people did, to be fair.
And I got a puncture. So my car was in the car park. My friend was with me, fortunately. Puncture. So I said, look, I'm not driving it back. He had a few drinks. So you can drive it back. It'll be all right. So I had to get a recovery truck. It was just.
Do you not have a spare wheel?
No, my car doesn't have one.
No, mine doesn't actually.
It's annoying.
No, my car doesn't even have fucking back seats. So, no, it's not a sports car or anything. Someone nicked them when I was in Basildon.
Oh, wow.
But no, I didn't really. But no, my car hasn't got a spare wheel either. They don't really come with them these days.
They don't at all.
I think you have to pay extra, or they haven't got the room to fit.
They do have the room. They just don't want to add the wheels. It's more money that they have to spend.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. I think every car should have at least one.
You should have got one of them. I've got is a can of spray that fills your wheel for the phone.
See, I've got that. I've got some sort of
Did it not
liquid.
work?
I didn't use it because I was about 15-20 miles away from home, and it only lasts for 2 miles, and it was 12 in the morning.
It's a bit of shit, isn't it?
So I'd
have chanced it and just
I had to go on the motorway, and I thought I don't want to be stuck on the motorway.
You don't want to get stuck in Luton somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
On the way home. That's a bad move.
Exactly.
That's a bad move.
See, but it's bad. It's not as bad as people make out. Like, I've got friends in Luton. I have a friend he's lived in Luton since he was 21. He's now 54, 55 something. And he just knows everyone. Any pub you go in, he'll know someone.
Known Tommy Robinson?
Probably.
He's from Luton, isn't he?
Yeah, he's from Luton, yeah. But no, yeah, it's not as bad as people. I mean, I've never had trouble in Luton. Never ever had trouble. So. Yeah.
No, well, you've probably been buying drugs from the wrong people then if you've ever had trouble. That's it.
That is very true. I've got a nose for it, so it's just a big nose.
That's it. So have you done any gigs this week? Have you been
no, I've been rehearsing because a big one this Friday, 24th, in Stevenage. It's first gig where people are paying to watch the comedians.
Whoa. So what's you?
I think they're mainly going to watch, obviously, mainly paying for the headliner, Frank Sinatra, but obviously there's other comedians.
He doesn't want to go to Luton, Frank Sinatra.
It's in Stevenage, fortunately, which is, to be fair, not as good.
Far enough down the road not to get mobbed.
That's true. But no, I'm excited for. I've been rehearsing for that. The longest I've done is 12 minutes, because I've only been doing comedy about 6 months.
Okay.
Longest I've done is 12 minutes. I've got about 15-20 on the stage. So I've got some jokes that I know work, that I'm going to use, that I can know the back of my hand. Some jokes are new-ish. I'm going to try and just ultimately just enjoying myself whilst I'm on stage. That's experience.
That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about. And you should have a good crowd if you've got a good headliner.
Yeah.
Bigger crowds are easier.
I prefer bigger crowds.
Yeah.
It's easier to make them laugh.
Easier to make them laugh because there's always at least 30% of the audience.
Yeah, and laughter's contagious as well.
It is, yeah, you're right. If you've only got 5 people in the audience, it's not always an easy crowd. Yeah,
exactly.
Which unfortunately is a lot of comedy these days.
I'd rather after I work in Watford. If you heard of Watford, I work in Watford.
Yeah, I've heard of Watford. I've heard of the Gap.
The Gap.
Watford Gap.
No, never. I don't live. I've only been working there.
God, how old are you?
26.
26. You should be old enough to know what the Watford Gap is.
Never heard.
I always thought it was a hole or something, but it's not. Apparently, it's just a service station.
Oh,
it's called the Watford Gap.
Never heard of it. Never been there. And I could go to London after work to go to a gig. I'm thinking after work, I finish at 5:30. By the time I get to London, pay the money for the train, it's like, ugh. I'd rather just drive somewhere rather than wait on public transport. And the issue is driving in rush hour from Watford, wherever it may be, is not.
Yeah, fuck public transport.
Yeah,
man.
I
It just
hate
stinks
it.
of piss.
It does.
Stinks of piss. There's always like some fucking drunkard on there trying to fight everyone.
Exactly.
There's always, I got on a train. Look, there was a local, well-known drunk around here. He looks a bit like Father Jack from Father Ted. Have you ever seen?
Yeah,
Father
I
Ted?
have seen Father Ted. Yeah.
You know Father Jack. For those of you who haven't seen it, he's hilarious drunkard character that goes thick girls ass. Yeah, that one. And he was on the train. He was on the train I was on, absolutely fucking abusing everybody on the train.
Wow.
And I thought, I'll sit there, because he's in a mobility car. So I thought, I'll sit there and just like take it. And the train was full of people. And I got off the train. I got off the train and I knew there was 3 more stops. And I got off the train and he was abusing everyone. And just as I got off and the door shut, I banged on the window and I went, "Oi, you, fuck off," like that to him. And he started going ballistic. And the fucking train started pulling out. And I thought, all those people are now stuck with me going mental.
That's amazing. I like
Because
that.
of what I did.
I like
and
that
he
as well.
wouldn't remember me, like, because he was just fucked out of his face, probably drinking meths.
I mean,
Anything.
yeah, it's too fair. I'm not. I mean, I've got in my mind I'm going to stop drinking for a whole year. I've never had a problem with it. Never been like, I'll go to the pub every day or get absolutely hammered on a weekend, or whatever. But it's just, it's so expensive. You feel terrible if you have a lot to drink. So I'm going to try a whole year.
No, if you're drinking the Weatherspoons, you can get a pint for £2.50 in there.
That's true, but it's a Weatherspoons though. It's not. I mean, I prefer going to like really. Can I swear on here?
Yeah.
I prefer going to proper shithole pubs, like ones where like people are too scared to go in, because that's where you meet the real people. You go to these city chain pubs or ones that are really nice. They're not real people. They're just people just acting nice or acting posh.
Yeah.
I want to go to the proper shit ones where there's holes in the wall or whatever.
Yeah, I'll first shit old pubs.
Yeah, because it's just there's nicer people. That's what I found. And yeah, I've just tried to stop drinking. But no, yeah, on public transport you do get some creatures on there.
And it's never fucking running right, is it? The train drivers are always on strike, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're always moaning about pensions.
And the price of trains,
it's deadly
mental.
expensive, yeah.
Absolutely mental.
But yeah, they're always on strike, moaning about pensions. I've actually got a solution for that. I think we should just sack all the train drivers and make pensioners train drivers.
Okay.
Because then they're not going to moan about pensions because they've already got one.
That's true.
And plus, old people love a day out, don't they?
That makes sense, yeah.
Driving nice and slow, so you wouldn't have to worry about like getting in the accidents.
That would work as a short-term solution, I think. Long-term, they would just
No,
die
we
off.
just replace them every couple of years because they always do. That's what we have to do anyway, isn't it? We're always trying to replace them. That's what the government are always trying to do. They're trying to replace their contracts and stuff like that. With old people, you don't have to worry. 2-year contracts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They might die at the wheel of the train, but
that's a risk they're willing
that's something
to take.
we've got to think about. But yeah,
wow, yeah, I liked it. I like the idea. That's a Dragon's Den idea.
I've got loads of solutions for this world. I could run this country, but easily better than Keir Starmer.
I mean, anyone can. I'm not a politics man. I don't know enough about it. I just know he's
just
a bit of a dick.
always having a go at people. He's always trying to take things away from everyone, and he tried to take PIP from the disabled people. You know, why shouldn't someone with a bit of a bad hip not have to work and get a brand new BMW to drive around in on PIP? I think it's right. And what else did he do? Oh, he wanted to take the heating allowance away from pensioners. I think that was just a way to make sure that they all perished in the winter. So we'd get rid of a few old people. He's taken away internet porn, so you've now got to do the face recognition thing, which we have spoken about on here before. That's quite a pain in the arse, you know.
It's annoying. It's but unfortunately, it's the way it is. That's just because nothing we can do about it. VPNs don't work. There's no point using.
I don't even know what a VPN. I keep saying this. All young people say that to me. I thought a VPN was a visible panty line. I don't understand what a VPN is. Is it where you lie and say you live somewhere else?
Yeah, basically, I'm not an IT guru by any means.
But then you're becoming like some sort of child molester then, because that's what pedos do.
Actually, yeah, that's what they do.
It's kind of dark web to have a wank.
Yeah, because no one can track the IP numbers. You're not actually. Let's say I could have a VPN on my phone or laptop or wherever it may be. I could say I'm in Malaysia or Brazil or wherever it may be. But I'm not. I'm near Luton in my village, Donington. So
but then will you get proper decent English porn if you do that?
No, you get that country.
Malaysian?
You get that country as well.
Yeah, but I like English porn. I like bend over and things like that.
Okay.
I'm old school.
Yeah, no, I've never heard of this one. Never heard of that one.
No, you're not much into porn.
Well, I don't watch it a lot. No.
Well, you don't anymore.
Exactly. I can't. Exactly.
As well. And half holding your fucking phone still as well, trying to take a photo of yourself while you're having a wank.
That is difficult. That is difficult. Yeah.
That is bad. So, coming all the way down from there, how was your drive down today?
Drive's good.
Did you have an interesting drive?
I like driving. I enjoy driving. I just don't like the traffic. I'll drive anywhere. It doesn't bother me. Drive was easy. M1, M25, some other road, A40. I don't know, some other crap road is on the way.
You don't even know the road fucking leads into your house, do you?
No. I just go by visual.
Everyone uses sat navs now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's worrying that we'd never. If like that's one thing, isn't it? If there was one of those solar attacks and all electricity went down, I think most people would be more disappointed that they wouldn't know where they was going.
Yeah, exactly.
I used to get a map book when I first started driving.
Yeah, I can't follow signs. I'm just like, I know the way, or I'll just use my sat nav. Simple as that. Or just go by what I see on the buildings, or because I live opposite a sheep farm, so it's quite simple. You just follow the farm and you end up. Smell poo.
Just go for the smell.
I actually had it on, when was it? Last Sunday, I was walking out my house, going to my car, going somewhere, and a guy waved at me, shouted to me. I waved at him back, so I wasn't really bothered. Didn't know what he was saying. He pulled up to my car and said, I don't think he knew where he was. He said, I want to touch the sheep. I was like, well, you can't touch the sheep. I don't even own a sheep. You can't touch the sheep. He went, private land. I went, yes. And he smiled and said, I want to pick one up. I was like, no, you can't be doing that. That's just trespassing. He went, oh, okay, and smiled and just drove away.
Why did you want to pick a sheep up?
I don't think
must be quite heavy. Oh no, actually, because they might just be like when you shave them off, they're really skinny underneath.
Yeah, they're really skinny. They're really light when they're
cloud.
Yeah, I think he was mentally a bit.
I think country people are a little bit perverted, if I'm honest, because I've been watching this programme. Well, I haven't watched it once, and it's actually disgusting, and I won't watch it again. It's called The Yorkshire Vet.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I've heard of it. I mean,
every week someone's got their hand up a cow's arse. Every week, honestly. And they're banning porn. But you're allowed to stick your arm up a cow's arse on fucking telly before 9 o'clock, as long as you call it Yorkshire Vets. The other night, I was watching it, right, and it's any excuse. You know, the farmer phones up the vet, and he's like, oh, I've got a poorly cow here, like, and the vet's like, oh, okay, because they're all really posh, and he like puts his barber boots on and his fucking barber coat, and he jumps in his Land Rover Discovery, and he shoots straight round there. And first thing he does, arm straight up the cow's arse. Didn't even ask what was wrong with it. It could have just had a bad foot or something, you know what I mean? But his arm straight up this cow's arse, and arm straight up the cow's arse, to the wrist as well. Like right to the wrist, to the fucking elbow. Right the way up. Right the way up. And it turns out all that was wrong with the cow was it was constipated.
Wow.
And I, first of all, I was a little bit disappointed at the vet because I think he's wasting emergency services time. And second of all, surely there's a better way to cure constipation than sticking your arm up a cow's arse.
Give the cow a pill. Or
well, my mum's always constipated. Do you know what I mean? My stepdad's never took her out in the garden, shoved his arm up her arse. Well, not
he does it in the bedroom
anyway. No, she normally just drinks some prune juice or has a walk around the fucking garden or something, and then she's all right. She's regular. But yeah, I think, like I say, I'm disappointed with both parties. And not only that as well, like I said, it's on TV before the watershed. You know what I mean? Like, what makes that all right? Because in some countries, that would be classed as porn. I mean, if that farmer come in and he's dressed as a plumber with a big moustache or something, and the cow had stilettos on and a fucking... you're watching a completely different kind of video.
You are, and it would be 18 plus.
Exactly. Or fucking be. It's got to be more than 18 plus, isn't it? You know?
21 plus 21.
I've never been able to understand the laws because you've got 16 is the age that you can have sex in this country.
Well, legally,
but you can't watch a porno until you're 18. It's weird.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get the logic behind that.
And you can join the army at 16, but you can't watch Full Metal Jacket till you're 18.
Yeah, that's backwards.
It's very strange, isn't it?
Obviously you can play GTA or Grand Theft Auto at 18, but you can own an air assault rifle at 16 or 17.
I don't know.
But you can own it before you start playing a game.
Yeah, he's been playing it. My son over there, he's been playing GTA since he was about 10? 8.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's never tried to kill anyone. I honestly think that if your kid plays GTA, say 12 years old, goes out, steals your car, runs an old granny over, pulls an AK-47 out the back and blasts the whole street away, I think you've got more problems with your kid than you have that he just played GTA before.
That's true. That is true. When I was about your son's age, 8, My mum, it was GTA 4, San Andreas. My mum took me to a game to buy it. Obviously, I was young, so my mum, the guy that still said, "Who's this for?" My mum went, "For me." Obviously, the guy knew it was for me, but he's not asking any questions. Bought it, and I started shaking. I was like, "Oh my god, my mum's gonna get in trouble." So we went straight back in the shop and returned it.
Really?
Yeah, I was that scared. Then at 12, I bought GTA 5, and I never looked back. Never ever looked back. It was it's a great game in my opinion.
A bit of a shitter as a kid, weren't you?
Yeah, I was very. I wouldn't say I'm a lot more confident now, but I was very quiet as a kid. Very quiet. Used to keep to myself, keep my friends. Yeah, very, very quiet, very shy as a kid. Sometimes I will just be quiet. Not out shyness, because I don't want to speak. I just want to just listen or just stay mute. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah, you don't want to do that on stage.
Yeah, no.
Mind you, I've often thought about just walking on stage and just standing there.
Yeah,
and seeing how long it'll take anyone to
it's
get
different.
Done.
It's different.
Just, awkward silence, wait for everyone to laugh.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like to do long pauses. I'll tell a joke, and if no one laughs, I'll just stay silent for ages, and then people just start laughing.
Yeah, it's the trick of the trade.
Out of awkwardness. Yeah.
It's the trick of the trade, stuff like that, and that's I want to learn it all. I want to learn as much as.
I think the only advice I can give to you, and I would never give advice because obviously I'm not like fucking Mickey Flanagan or anything, but he's getting comfortable on stage and getting comfortable with bombing and getting comfortable. It makes you so much more of a confident comedian where you just don't tend to care. Yeah,
if you don't care, you're not gonna.
Yeah,
you've got nothing to lose.
And I think the audience are sometimes like a pack of dogs. They'll sort of, if they can smell your fear, then that's it. They've got you.
It's a bit like I work in sales on the phones. So very boring, but I work in sales, and for some reason, humans, if you're on the phone and you sound like you're desperate to stop putting something down someone's throat, they're going to sense it straight away. A bit like with audience, they're going to sense it straight away. So you just act like you don't care. You're so calm. This is normal.
Not too calm though. Like,
no, yeah.
All right, do you want to buy this? No, like, fuck off then. And
then there's a middle ground.
And then they phone you back and they're like, no, please, I really want to buy it.
I wish that
sounds really good.
No, it's
what do you sell?
Property surveys.
Property surveys.
It sounds really boring. And to be honest, it's not interesting, but the money's good. I enjoy it. I've only been there 3 months.
Okay.
So before that, I worked for Connells, the estate agents.
Yeah.
But I worked in like a contact centre. And I worked there for 3 years, loved it, was team leader, had my own team, everything. And then I left, because I didn't agree with what they were doing, so I just left.
What, was robbing people?
No, well...
We all know estate agents are thieves.
They are. Some of them are really good, but most of them aren't. So I left there, and I took... my goal was to go travelling, right? So in fact, I was going to buy a house, saw how much the mortgage cost, and I thought, nope, not doing that. I'm going to go travelling instead. So after I left April last year, left Connells, took 4 months just to do what I wanted to do. Go to the pub every day, watch football. Just when the Euros was on. It was brilliant, loved it. Then I thought, mid-August, I'm going to go to Brazil, well, South America, on my own, just travelling. Right? I thought I'd spend 6 months there, come back and resume my career. So got to Brazil, and as you can imagine, me, pale, blonde, blue hair, ginger beard.
Brazil.
Everyone looked at me. Obviously, I stick out. I'm Hitler's favourite. I stuck out a lot. And as soon as I got to the airport, taxi drivers are constantly going, taxi. I was like, no, I've got an Uber waiting. Don't speak Portuguese at the time. So I got there, got to Brazil, loved it. And as soon as I got there, a guy started cleaning my shoes. That's what they do. And I was like, I don't want to know. But he's forcing it. And I thought maybe he wants like a $5 for it. Maybe. That's fine. I don't want to give him a $5 because he's from a favela called Rocinha. It's the biggest favela in Latin America, but he pointed to his tattoo saying Rocinha, and I know what that meant. He said, I forgot the amount it is in Brazilian real, but it's £20. I'm not giving you 20 quid.
20 quid?
It's like 5 minute work. I'm not giving you that.
I'd fucking clean shoes for £20 a pair.
I literally went, no, I'm not giving you that. And he was pointing.
That's a tenner a shoe.
Exactly, it's a lot of money, and he didn't even clean it that well. No. So I thought it was going to be $5. Look, obviously he needs the money. I'm quite fortunate to be able to give that money. And I said, I'm not giving it. So he pointed at a lower amount, so I said, I'm not giving it. And I said, okay, un momento, which means 1 moment. And I went and got money out of my wallet, and he was looking over my shoulder, and he saw I had enough to give him. And he was going, no. So I thought, you know what, I'm tired. I went off a 12-hour flight. I thought, I just want to get to just have the 20 quid and go. Or fuck off, please. I don't want to deal with this. Got to Brazil, started walking around, loved it. And when I was walking around, I saw a music video being shot. Okay. And it was just the artist, the cameraman, the other artist, and 3 of their sort of gang members or people. I don't know what they were all part of them basically together. And So I just stood a bit away, got my phone out, started videoing it, right? And they all looked at me, all laughed at me, because obviously they knew I was a tourist. I went on with my day. And I got to, found enough, just walked across the market. Everyone was fist bumping me because I thought, he's a foreigner, he's got loads of money, I'm trying to make friends with him. I just wanted to get out of there. I stumbled across it by accident. Went home, went back to my apartment. Got ready to go out to a bar, an Irish bar, so I'll see if there's any English people there or Americans, someone who speaks English maybe. And as I was leaving the apartment building, I injured myself, so I missed a step and tore a ligament in my ankle.
I bet that was what you've done to your shoes.
Probably. He probably,
Too
yeah.
shiny.
Yeah, exactly. It slipped. And it was so painful. And I was obviously, I don't speak Portuguese. I'm on my own in the country, very far.
You could say memento.
Yeah, that's all I could say.
Yeah.
I'll take more than one moment to walk anywhere. Literally, I could not. I didn't have to say two moments or whatever. And I literally could not walk. So I rang my mum up. It was like 4 a.m. in England. It's about 10:30 at night there. And you know on your ankle there's a lump where the bone is. There was no lump. It was that swollen, right? Went to the hospital that next day, and it was a proper shithole hospital, a proper low income hospital.
Yeah, I wouldn't have said they're that good over
Yeah,
Brazil.
private's probably the best way. Obviously, I'm not spending a lot of money on private.
We've established your type.
Yeah.
So good.
So I wasn't staying in the greatest part of Brazil or Rio. I wasn't staying in the greatest part of Rio either. But I thought, you know what, I need to go to the hospital, see what they say. So I sat down, and a lady sat next to me, because the waiting room was really full, and obviously I was the only foreigner there, so everyone looked at me, and I was literally limping. No one helped, no one offered to help me. Sat down, and a lady started pissing herself. I thought, okay, this is where I'm at. There's a lady pissing herself next to me.
What, literally?
Literally, it's dripping
Oh,
on
I
the
thought
floor.
you were laughing at it.
No, she was literally pissing herself,
Oh.
and it stunk a lot. It was really, really pungent. So no, I got to see a doctor. The doctor said I sprained it. I was like, jackpot. He said it'll be alright for a week. So I literally stayed in my apartment for a whole week straight on my own. I nearly went mental. Didn't go outside. Had to order food in, and no one spoke English in that. Well, there was one guy who spoke English, like a receptionist, but he wasn't working every day. So I only saw him like twice or 3 times. And I thought it's not getting better. So I booked a flight home. Spent a lot of money on that flight. Luckily, I got the money back. It was a business class, not business class, one above economy, so a bit better. But it was the only seat available. I wanted to just get standard economy.
Yeah.
I had to buy, you know, one of those big robo boots people wear.
Yeah.
I had to buy one of those out there. £100 that cost me.
£100. I thought like everything would just be pennies over there.
Most things are, but medical stuff.
Not robo boots and shoe shines are. Yeah.
Exactly. And I wish someone cleaned the robo boot because it was dirty when I got it, but no one bothered with that.
They didn't want to come near your manky foot.
Exactly. So I went home, and then obviously during the time, it took about half a year to heal. But after about
half a year,
it was like, well, if you tear a ligament, it's always.
Oh, is that what you done?
Tore a ligament, yeah.
You left that bit out. You said you just sprained it.
Oh no, that's what the doctor told me. But I found out when I come back to England, I tore a ligament in my ankle, which I didn't think it would be that bad, but it's 6 months to heal. I still get pain now. It's always going to be painful. And during the 6 months, I thought, okay, I'm going to do stand-up comedy. Great. So basically, what happened to me in Brazil was a blessing in disguise, because I would not have started stand-up comedy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. Blessing in disguise. Sounds like the shittest holiday ever, if I'm honest.
It wasn't even a holiday. I was meant to be travelling for 6 months. And the
first
day,
gone to Magaluf and got beaten up by some bouncers.
That would have been more entertaining.
That's what normally happens, isn't it?
More entertaining.
Magaluf, yeah.
I've been to Magaluf. I wasn't a fan of it.
No.
I'm not big into parties or like loud clubs. If I go out with people to socialise and drink with them, if I do start drinking again, I want to be able to hear them and hear what they're saying. I don't like dancing. I don't like hearing shite music.
Yeah, everyone shouts at each other, and then you can't hear fuck all the next day because your ears are ringing as well. So
he's like double the price of what it would be in a pub. I prefer pubs, shithole pubs, flat roof pubs, estate pubs. Put me in one of these.
Yeah.
And then I thought whilst I was exercising, trying to get my ankle back up to strength, because I watched a lot of vlogging on YouTube, vloggers, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do that. So whilst I was getting better, I bought a GoPro, very cheap laptop, started going around the UK, proper shithole place in the UK. So I went to Scunthorpe. Yeah, that's a proper shithole.
Scunthorpe, it's a shithole.
Proper shithole. Went to Jaywick, which is quite close to here.
Yeah, I've been to Jaywick.
Yeah, I just didn't like it. Shithole. And I thought, my goal was to go travelling, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to finish what I started. I want to go back out travelling. So I was fortunate, I had the money to do it, so I went out travelling. Luckily, I didn't say 6 months, I was there 3 months. And unfortunately, I saw some really beautiful stuff, but I saw some really horrible stuff. So, for example, I went into the favela on a tour, And I met the tour guide on Instagram, so I didn't know if he was just a person trying to scam tourists, or
How
he
many
just
followers did he have?
couple thousand.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't mean he's. I was just.
Could be adding people.
Exactly. I literally just said, can you take me around Rocinha for a bit? He went, yeah, cool. So I went there, and I said to myself, if I'm the only one in the group, I'm not going, because he's taking me into the favela. It's a maze. It's a massive maze, and he could kidnap me at any time. So I got there, and I was the only one. And I thought, well, he's just seen me now. I can't leave. I've said hello to him already. So he introduced himself. We walked around the favela, and there were some parts I could film. So I videoed every day for 3 months straight. So I think there's 4 days I missed. 2 of them because I was in the Amazon. Obviously, some like internet isn't readily available on the Amazon. And 2 days I just really could not be bothered. But the rest of the time I filmed every day, edited every single day in the evening. And some places the internet was just so bad. So in the favela, some places you can film, some places you can't. And I was filming, and my tour guide said, "Don't film now, don't film now." He spoke really good English, and no word of a lie, Terry. There's a guy with flip flops, shorts, a tank top, and an AK-47 on his back, walking into a shop.
Nice.
And I thought, I'm on my own here. My tour guide is friendly. If I get to his area, who knows what can happen?
Yeah.
I was shitting myself. I'm not gonna lie. I was scared.
I suppose you would have saw that sort of stuff in Clacton as well, though. Wouldn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly. That is normal.
Usual stuff in Clacton.
Exactly. When I went to Peru, there's a market called it translates to thieves market.
Okay.
Right. So basically, it's a market where
We've got one. It's called Pitsy Market.
Pitsy Market.
Yeah.
Is it close to here?
Yeah, it's not that far. It's about 20 minutes up the road.
Walk or drive?
Drive. Probably best.
Yeah, I might go there after it, because I'm trying to make it a whole day in here.
They sell a lot of counterfeit stuff.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, you can get like Bone Island t-shirts,
Bone Island.
Rolexes and things like that. Yeah. And Nicky trainers, all kinds of stuff like that.
4-striped Adidas shoes.
That's it. Yeah, all the good stuff.
So I went to this market, thieves market, and so where I stayed in Lima in Peru, the capital. There's like a guy who sits outside all day, just making sure there's no trouble on in there. It's quite a posh area. It's very cheap.
The one with the AK-47?
No, this is a different country. And there's loads of stories about the favela. But anyway, so I got to Lima, and I said to the guy that I showed him a picture. He didn't speak English. I showed him a picture of where I was going to go to. So every country I went to, I was going to buy a football shirt or a magnet at least, of shorts. So I'm into my football. And the guy looked really shocked. He was like, no, don't go there, in Spanish. And he said, muy peligroso, which means very dangerous in Spanish. I was like, okay. So he went on his phone, showed me somewhere that's a bit safer. I thought, okay. Obviously, I knew this place was dangerous before I went, right? Because I'm making YouTube videos. I want to try and get views somehow.
Yeah.
So I went there, and I was scared. I always said to myself, if I feel in trouble, if I feel like someone's going to chase me or rob me or mug me, I will leave. Simple as that. Got on the taxi. Taxi driver used Google Translate and said, do you know where you're going? I went, yes. He said, it's very dangerous. I went, I know. As soon as I got out the taxi, he went, good luck, and shut the door and drove off.
And Will span away.
Yeah, genuinely, hand on heart, he drove away so quickly. And I was like, wicked. I'm on my own here with a camera in my hand. I didn't wear my watch, fortunately. A camera in my hand.
A camera that's probably worth a year's wages.
Yeah, exactly. It's so much money to them. And as soon as I got a taxi, he said, good luck. Walked a little bit. A lady started shouting at me in Spanish. She was either telling me, I'm going to rob you, or be careful because you're going to get robbed. I don't know, because I'm learning Spanish at the moment, but back then I didn't know anything.
Probably best to have learned it before you went, not when you come back.
That's the issue. Yeah, I was going.
Come back. I'm fucking dying to know what she was shouting.
Yeah, I really
learn Spanish now.
I really want. I should have. I should have. But hindsight's a beautiful thing. But I should have learned. And I got there and I walked around, and in the middle, it's quite a big market. It's a proper shithole. Like there's dirt everywhere, litter everywhere. It's thieves markets. These people
like Pitsy Market.
Yeah, people steal stuff from people, from foreigners.
Yeah.
So they called me.
Maybe you should have known that in the title of the name.
No, I knew it was bad.
Market.
I knew it was bad.
You may have got robbed.
I knew it was bad. I expected to get robbed. Because that's why I didn't bring much money with me. I brought my phone with me.
Yeah.
If my camera got nicked, so be it. It's not a big deal. As long as I got my passport, I can do much. I can do a lot with that. I knew there was going to be a big chance I would have got robbed or mugged or whatever. Because when you're on your own, someone could see you, tell their friend down the street, then to their friends, so they could all meet you somewhere and trap you in a corner. And I thought, you know what? I'm here. Just sort of walk with confidence. If I look like I'm scared, then they're going to pounce on that. So I've had my camera out, obviously vlogging, speaking, and I see like the corner of my eye, everyone on the left and right just staring at me because I was the only foreigner there. And there's one security guy in the whole market, and he was about 5'5", looks about 65 years old, and a massive beer belly. So with all due respect, if something were to kick off, he would have done fuck all. He wouldn't be able to help at all. And I was videoing, and I was going up to people saying, so I was saying Peru Ropa, which means Peru clothes, right? Peru football Ropa, Peru football clothes. And they all just refused to speak to me. They didn't want to look at the camera. They refused to acknowledge me because they thought I was an American journalist.
Do they not think like that a camera steals your soul or something like that as well in them sort of countries?
I don't know.
They get a little bit like spiritual, wouldn't they?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But they refused to speak, so they thought I was an American journalist. Because obviously they don't. There's drugs going on there as well. They don't want to be having that on camera, so they could get prosecuted. So they refused to speak to me. And I was walking around, everyone's looking at me, and a guy came up to me. So I was screaming something in Spanish. I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I literally have no idea. He doesn't know what I'm saying. I don't know what you're saying. And he was going, I don't know what he's saying, but and then he's pointing to his friends. They all started laughing and waving. I went, hola, and he started walking with me, and I said, I went gracias, ciao ciao, which means thank you, goodbye, and he left me. And then in the comment section, there's a Spanish guy that's watching it. He said, he speaks English. He said he thought you were an American journalist, and he was making sure you aren't filming anything dangerous. And I thought, okay, cool, that makes sense. But whilst I was in, I got my football shirt. £2 it cost me, it's a good quality one as well. It's not bad quality. It's a good quality one. £2, and as soon as I was leaving, a guy came up to me, just like right close to my face like that. I couldn't video it, right close to my face, and he just started screaming. A bit of spit went on me.
Everyone seems to just scream and shout at you, don't they?
Because I'm the only foreigner. I'm not meant to be there.
Yeah, I know, but you don't scream and shout there.
I mean,
maybe that's just how they talk.
Yeah, maybe so. But he was right into my face, and I was just going. I shook my shoulders. I didn't know what he was saying, and I went. I went to school pay, because that means like sorry, excuse me, the school pay. And he went, no, it's school pay. And he just pointed to a car, and I thought, that's the taxi. I was going to get inside there. So I don't know what he was saying. Maybe trying to look out for me. I don't know. But yeah, traveling South America on my own with a camera, going to most dangerous places was scary, but one of the best things I've ever done.
You're pretty lucky to be alive, aren't you? Really? Because I've seen loads of horrendous videos online.
Yeah, there are times I should have maybe been robbed or mugged or whatever. But I think the camera played a big part, because people don't want to be on camera. So if they come up to me, I'm going to put them on camera. I'm going to switch camera. They don't want to be on camera. And secondly, I walked around with confidence. Even though I was deep inside, I was shaking. I was shitting myself, really scared. But I walked around with confidence, and people thought, okay, he's confident in who he is.
You should have just done it in this country, because there's a lot of twats on TikTok and that these days that go around. And they call themselves auditors. I don't know if you've seen any of these.
Maybe
kind of people. Some of them have got drones.
Okay.
You've got a guy called DJ Audits. He's at like fucking absolute bell end that just basically he'll stand outside businesses filming, waiting for someone to come out and question what he's doing, and then he'll just start saying he's going to fly a drone around.
Oh, that's
it annoys people, because obviously they've got businesses. They don't want people flying fucking drones around.
Of course.
Like you've got the risk of it falling down and hitting someone on the head, or you've got the risk of filming stuff that can get nicked and stuff. So rightfully so. And then he just starts spouting off a load of I can't say the word. Legislation, is it?
Yeah, legislation.
I can't speak from Essex, because he knows all these little loopholes in the law and that. There's another geezer. There's another guy that does it as well, called DJ. I think he's DJ Audits. I think it's DJM Audits or something. Okay. And and all of these guys have got speech impediments. None of them, honestly. Yeah, it must just be. No offence.
I do have a speech impediment.
Yeah, it must just be a blogger thing. But all these guys have got speech impediments. And this guy, what's his name? I think his name's Curtis Arnold. And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the Nicola Bully girl that fell in the lake? And yeah, he basically got arrested because he was filming the police. Doing all that, but he's another bell end as well, and he does the same, and he has a dwone, as he always calls it.
I mean, he should be shot in the head.
All he says, I've got a dwone. Yeah. And they fly these dwones around. I'm like, what are you, 12? They call themselves pilots, and if someone interrupts them when they're flying their dwone, they go, it's illegal to interfere with a pilot when he's piloting. And I'm like, it's a fucking remote control toy. My son's got one.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? They hit the ceiling in the front room. It's a toy, mate.
That's pointless.
No matter how you dress it up. But my favourite one, and I'd say favourite in Lucy's because I actually fucking hate him, And I think people only watch it because in this day and age you have to be certain. Like I think Jake Paul and all that, they get so much press because they're so hated. It's not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not because you got probably a handful of kids going, "Oh, Jake Paul," but 90% of the world thinks he's a beardy twat that used to be on Disney and now thinks he's a boxer.
Yeah.
So you sort of become infamous, didn't you? But there's a guy. What's his name? I think it's called Meet the Tyrants.
Meet the Tyrant.
Yeah, and he's a Scottish fella that everyone is convinced he's a sex molester that was chased out of Glasgow.
Okay.
Yeah, disclaimer, allegedly. I did say allegedly. I don't want to get sued. And he basically just fucking goes looking for a fight. But I've seen a few where people have just grabbed hold of him and launched him out, and he'll be really aggressive towards them because he knows that they're on camera and they won't hit him. But when someone does actually grab hold of him and sort of sling him out, he just basically shits himself.
Yeah, I don't get people like that. If you're going to act like that the whole way through.
Hundreds of followers, hundreds of thousands of followers, and they don't really get. They probably get paid quite well for it because I think you can do quite well on like TikTok and that.
Yeah, you can do very well on TikTok or YouTube Shorts or whatever.
Yeah,
can do very well.
I've got like 4,000 on TikTok, which is not enough to even get. It's not enough to even earn like 2p a video out of. So
it's nothing,
it's pointless. So you do have to have hundreds of thousands. But did you not think of going travelling somewhere like Eastern Europe? So because you look very Eastern European.
Yeah, my grandmother was fully Polish.
Oh really?
Yeah,
fully Polish.
Fully Polish. Yeah.
Fully Polish.
Speaks it
she a plumber?
No, she does every construction job and also signs on.
She just don't do plumbing.
She's fully Polish. Also, I look very Polish, I think. I can't speak.
I don't know, you look a bit more German.
Really?
You'd have done well in Nazi Germany.
Yeah, Hitler's favourite. Hitler would have loved me.
Favourite.
Blonde hair, blue eyes.
I
pale.
always think like Hitler was wrong there because he must have been right in Mein Kampf. And he must have got to that bit where the Aryan race will be the superhumans, innit? Because he thought that the Aryan race was going to be the superhumans, and those were going to be blonde hair, blue eyed, you know what I mean, and all that lot, and they was going to be the super race. I think it would have been funny if, like, just as he'd finished that book, some Nazi soldier would have brought in someone like LeBron James or something, and and he would have gone, oh shit. You'd have to write a whole lot all over again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that would be. If only that happened. Yeah. If only.
Because English people, like, we ain't no fucking superhuman race. You've only got to look at sports these days, haven't you, to know that, like black fellas and black fellas, they're the best at, and black women are the best at boxing, athletics. Football even, there's more better American football, basketball, every fucking sport. The only thing we're good at, white people, is stuff on ice. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, that is
ice
true.
hockey, you don't really get many black ice hockey players.
I've never seen one.
Curling, there's a lot of whites. And then the Asians, they're good at all the racket sports. If you have a look, like table tennis, or ping pong as they call it. Me and my son, we used to go badminton quite a bit. We was like, it was white man can't racket. We was the only two there. We was the only two white fellas there, and it was full of Asian lads and women, absolutely smashing it. And then me and Oscar come along, and we just shit.
Yes, it's what obviously our national sport is football. That's all. I mean, the cricket we were good.
No, we're not really, because India, Pakistan, West Indies, they're all better than us.
I mean, we won the World Cup a few.
That was years ago.
Was it years ago? Was it that long ago?
Years ago.
Okay.
And even rugby, they call them the All Blacks. They're the best ones.
Yeah.
Now he says it in the name.
That's true. That is very,
Do you know
very
what I
true.
mean? We are shit at sports. We are absolutely shit at it.
Yeah,
we're only really good at tennis. You don't really get a lot of, apart from Venus and Venus Williams and her sister.
Serena.
Yeah, Serena. You don't get a lot of black tennis players.
You don't know that. Yeah, I agree with that.
And swimming.
Yeah, swimming. Yeah. I understand that. I get that.
Yeah, I don't know. There's supposed to be a myth that black people's bones are more denser than white people's bones.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't believe it.
They're not very good at swimming because apparently they sink.
I don't believe in that. I think.
I don't believe in it either.
We're all made the same.
Might be their hair because they've got very porous hair, haven't they? That soaks up a lot of water. I did actually know a guy from Brazil, a black fella. I keep saying black. See, I don't really know how you're supposed to address it anymore.
Well, it's
saying someone, saying a black guy.
So the way I see it,
okay, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's a fact.
Yeah,
like we're white men.
Yeah,
that's
I just don't want any
simple.
black people watching to be offended.
It's not. It's a fact,
you guys. You know, I love you. I want one. Right? Maybe maybe that'll get me some points. Anyway, but I used to know a guy called Justin, a black guy, and he had dreadlocks. He was from Brazil. And he used to be a lifeguard, and I said to him, and it was actually really funny. He goes, "Yeah, I used to be a lifeguard before." He's from Brazil, but he didn't speak Brazilian or anything like that. His parents were Brazilian. And I said, "Oh, why'd you give that up?" And he was like, "Because I couldn't fucking get out of the pool when my hair was wet." He had like dreadlocks down.
Yeah, that would have been really.
Like, he goes, it was like trying to save two people.
That is. Imagine how heavy that would be. Imagine that water. It would soak up.
Brilliant, man. But yeah, he was a cool guy. But yeah, anyway, let's move off the thing of colour because I've probably upset loads.
Yeah, that's gonna dig a hole deeper than.
I'm not being stereotypical. Well, I didn't really say anything bad about black people. You're all better than sports at most races of people. You are the best. But I didn't want to categorise the Asians of only being good at racket sports.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're obviously really intelligent as well.
They are. They're incredibly intelligent.
Well, I don't know if that's just an ethnic thing where they're born with intelligence, or it's just their work ethic.
I think it's a culture thing.
Yeah, that's what I mean, like a cultural work ethic.
Yeah, because they're in Japan they're called salarymen. So men or salarymen, men who work 9-12 hour days are called salarymen.
Okay.
All they do is just work. And then they so in Japan I read that if someone from work or your boss invites you to drinks or beer or whatever, you have to go. It's seen as rude or impolite to
what country are we speaking about here? What
Japan.
Country? Oh, Japan.
Japan. And so you have to go and you have to you have to drink because you have to keep up with them basically. If they drink a lot, you drink a lot until one of you falls on the floor, and then you go to work next day. So I think it's a culture thing. You just work so hard. You always talk by Asian fathers, Asian parents, always constantly telling their children have to work.
Work ethic.
It's the culture. It's a work ethic thing. And us white parents, I don't know about your parents. My parents obviously are very hard working, but they've never been like constantly pounded. It's like just enjoy yourself as well. Work hard, but also play hard. Asian culture, it's the opposite. That's what I've learned.
Yeah, I tend to work a lot. It's hard because I'm English, so we are culturally lazy people, aren't we, English people?
What do you do for work?
I'm a civil engineer. And
wow.
Obviously I'm a stand-up comedian during the nights.
Civil engineer, wow.
So,
how long have you done that for?
What, civil engineering? About 20 odd years.
Wow.
Since I left the army, yeah.
Oh, you're in the army, no?
Yeah.
Wow.
We won't talk about that. Anyway, I want to go back because I just want to say one thing quickly, that we categorise a lot of Asian people there, and there was one sport we forgot all about, sumo. Sumo is being at the Royal Albert Hall as we speak.
Is it really?
Yeah, they're doing a massive... All the sumo wrestlers came into Gatwick Airport, I think it was Gatwick or Heathrow, they all flew through there. And I was watching a couple of matches of that this morning. Because everyone thinks they're big fat guys, man, but the fucking muscles in their legs.
They're so muscly.
And everyone thinks Japanese and Chinese people are really short, and they're fucking units.
Well, to be fair, it's very rare you see an overweight or a tall Japanese or Chinese man. It's very rare you see.
I was watching a thing. It's because they eat all day. That is part of their training. Is to just eat.
And that's just how they gain loads of weight. But then Asian food, so Chinese food, Japanese food, is so organic. It's no processed foods, no added crap to it. Basically, that's why they stay so slim. Us Westerners, all our food is processed. All our food has shite in it. That's why we just gain weight. Like they drink beer like we do. They eat sorts of like fried food. Like
they eat a lot of fish, and don't they? Fried fish and fried
still
chicken
fried,
and pork.
and there's still a lot of calories.
They eat
don't
a lot
put it
of
on.
pork, don't they? They love pork out there. Did you? Another thing as well I learned. So if you're a trainee sumo wrestler, right now, because my friend used to play football for Manchester United, where he wasn't played on the main side, but he was at the School of Excellence, Manchester United School of Excellence, and they used to have to clean the other guy's boots. When, this was years ago, before they get a new pair of boots every time they play now, don't they? But that was part of their training. They used to have to clean. They had a player, and they had to clean their boots. But sumo, if you're a trainee sumo wrestler, you have to wipe the other sumo wrestler's arse.
Really?
Yeah, because they can't reach their bumhole. Can they?
Is that's generally true? No?
Yeah, no, it's God's honest truth. You can look it up afterwards. Yet they have a trainee sumo wrestler that works below them because they have because it's very sort of a respect culture in Japan. So yeah, if you're a top sumo wrestler, and over in Japan, them sumo wrestlers, they're like fucking Pele and fucking Ronaldinho, and they're like superstars. They're like superheroes.
That is their sport, isn't it? It's the national sport.
But they are assigned. So if you're a trainee sumo wrestler, you'll be assigned to fucking whatever his name is, Yakshakuzui, or whatever his name is, who the king sumo wrestler is.
So you have to go to the toilet with him every time he goes to the toilet. Wow.
Yeah. King Henry VIII used to have one as well, called the something of Stall. I can't remember what it was called now, but he had someone assigned to wipe his arse because he got so fat.
I don't want anyone going near.
And they reckon in the end, Henry VIII got so mental that the what was his name now? Something of Stall. His name was. Can you Google it, Oscar?
Sorry, what?
The guy that used to wipe Henry VIII's arse. What was he called? But anyway, this guy, because he was so close to King Henry VIII, apparently he started getting more and more like fucking Paul. Like he respected him more than he did anyone else, all because he wiped his arse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Got his name yet? What he was called?
It doesn't give a name, but it's just Groom of Stall.
Groom of Stall.
Groom of
that
Stall.
was his name. Yeah, Groom of Stall. Obviously, groom means something completely different.
I would find it really weird someone doing that to me.
Maybe that's where it comes from, groom, because to groom.
Yeah, maybe that's where the words
originated grooming from. His arse.
Yeah, that'd be really weird. I like toilet is my time on my own. Like no one to bother me.
Yeah. Do you wipe from the front or the back?
Back.
Back to front or front to back?
Hold on. So like that this way, I go down.
So you go front to back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to do that, but I like to do it front to back now. I like to change it up every
You
now
change
and
it, yeah. You have to.
Yeah,
Are you a folding toilet paper man?
Yeah,
or a scrunchie?
yeah, definitely. No, I'm a folder.
You got to scrunch it. You got
No, man, you got to fold it. You got to fold
got
it.
time to fold it. It's
I've got plenty of time, man. I do it in work time. I always make sure I have a shit at work just to get that 10 minutes out of them.
Yeah, why not?
Sit on my phone in the toilet and hide, cry sometimes, and just
Yeah. I mean, I can't fold. I can fold, obviously. I'm not stupid, but it's like you have to scrunch it up. I think you have to scrunch. It's easy. Scrunch it up, pin it in the toilet, and bin it off. When I was, this is sound really disgusting, and I don't mean for it to sound disgusting. But when I was in Uruguay, I need to go to the toilet. Right, I went into the cubicle, no toilet roll, but I didn't realise that until after.
They not have a bidet.
No, nothing. It was a public toilet.
They normally have an hole in the floor, don't they? Them sort of
some of it was. I was like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. And I went. I was like, shit. Literally, shit. Like, I've got no toilet paper. So I had a receipt, fortunately. And obviously, receipts are quite. They're not soft. And I had to use that. But luckily, I didn't injure myself. Luckily, I didn't get a paper cut, fortunately. But I had to use it. I had to put it down the toilet. So I'm going to carry that with me. That's weird. Right.
Oh yeah, definitely. What if you had to take something back? God, sorry about this.
Luckily, it was food.
Sorry about that. Sweet corn and fucking sesame seeds.
Just there you go. But yeah, so I done it, and a guy came in after me, and he made a noise. It was like, oh. It was the cleaner. He had to, because you can't flush a receipt.
Oh no!
And he had to literally get it. I don't know. I presume he had to get it out because he made a noise for it. Just go. I just need to leave this place and just go. Yeah, that's. I don't know. That was a bad moment for me. That was one of my nightmares, stuff like that.
I say you can always judge a place by the strength of its flush. Some toilets now got 2 buttons, haven't they? One for a wee, one for a poo.
I don't get that. Just one does the job.
I think one uses less water.
Yeah, it does.
I think it's to save water, but this always, because I've worked for the water board for years, but little do people know that every time we flush that water, it goes round and it gets recycled and comes back again. Yeah,
exactly.
We have basically been drinking our own shit and piss.
We've been drinking dinosaurs' piss
for hundreds of years.
Yeah, exactly that. We've been
hundreds of years.
We've all been drinking that crap. Yeah. It gets filtered. And
we used to have. There was a kid when I was in the army, and we used to have a bit of like a initiation ceremony where you had to drink your own piss. Because we had to drink our own piss on survival training.
You have to do that. Yeah,
but we made some guy drink his own piss because he'd never seen South Park before.
That is really disgusting.
Yeah. We used to do a thing called Dance of the Flaming Arseholes as well, where we made an assault course. All the new recruits used to have to do it. This would be probably classed as bullying nowadays, so we don't do it anymore.
I do think the world's gone a bit.
But we used to stick blue roll up their arse, and they used to have to race against each other and do this assault course before the blue roll burnt their bumhole.
That is really disgusting.
Yeah, but we had to stop doing that.
That is, wow, that is vile.
Yeah, or we'd wake up at like 3 o'clock in the morning and make them fight each other like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They used to have to wear their sleeping bag on their head and wrap the thing up and put a belt around them, and they look like turtles, and then we'd make them fight with roll mats. This is why the world's gone soft.
I think it has gone too soft. Far too
Definitely
soft.
gone too soft. Comedy. Do you think comedy's got a bit soft these days?
People
are just looking to be offended.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I don't get offended at a lot. I've got very thick skin. And I was watching. I think I was watching a podcast about you on a podcast. I don't forget which one. Or someone. I heard that you don't like doing London gigs because they're too woke.
Gigs,
too woke. Yeah.
Woke,
Yeah. I've never done a London gig. I've done shows in America, but not London. And yeah, I think anything can be a joke in my opinion. Anything, because it's just a joke. And plus, like I've got if you're making a joke about something that's really bad, if you're not referencing that person, then how can I get offended? Because you don't know that person exists. So this is why I don't get it.
I think like we were saying a minute ago about the TikTokers that become infamous. I think a certain amount of hate is important for you to get your name out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not getting into this fucking debate, but I do sort of want to stick up for someone. We had him here last night. I don't know if you saw the controversy that was on these groups about a guy that runs a podcast. And done,
Well,
Daniel,
sit down for stand up.
Daniel Fire, yeah.
And Luke Harrower. I've got a lot of respect for Luke. He's put him on my first.
I didn't
show.
want to name names.
I like him a lot. Respect.
And obviously, Luke was offended by what Daniel said at a gig, even though he had no right to be offended because it wasn't him that he actually offended. It was a guy in the audience. And I think we always tiptoe across that line of we're going to offend someone or someone's not going to like us. But the thing I didn't agree with was the fact that everyone jumped to this guy to attack this guy because one comedian had put a big fucking 12-page fucking slating of him onto Facebook, and then everyone I think there was 90 comments.
Wow.
People that had never even met this guy, people that wasn't there, people that hadn't fucking seen his set, people that hadn't, do you know what I mean? And they all had something to fucking say.
Have you seen this follow-up video at all?
No, I did. I don't get involved because if I get offended by something, I do something which is called not watching it.
Oh, that makes sense.
And then it just goes away in my life.
Yeah, it doesn't affect you. Yeah.
I don't let it affect me for the rest of the month. And I certainly don't feel the need to put a massive fucking status up about it. And I'm not, like I say, whatever Daniel said, I had him here last. If anyone fucking disagrees with that, don't fucking come down here. I couldn't give a shit. But I had Dan here last night, and Dan actually fucking smashed it. We actually had, and I won't name names, I did say this before, but our first act actually got fucking crucified on stage for telling a joke that someone in the audience didn't agree with. And it sort of went a bit fucking airy for a bit. And the comedian in question, I'm not going to name his name, but he's a fucking brilliant comedian. He's been here loads of times, and he's probably the least offensive comedian you will ever fucking meet, right? But he offended one person in the audience for no fucking reason. I think it was alcohol that had fucking offended that person more than anything else. We had a wicked night, but anyway, and he left, and then we had Dan go on, whose material is edgy. I mean, he's a really good comedian for someone that's been only going 4 months. Really confident comedian, and smashed it, blew the fucking roof off the place. But never offended anyone. So that fucking goes to show that, like I said last night, I could have, if I was a fucking twat who got offended by everything, written a big massive Facebook page this morning about how my first act last night offended one person in the audience, and that can completely fucking destroy someone's career before they've even got started.
100%. I mean, right? I've got a lot of respect for Luke. A lot of respect because he put me on my first ever show. He's took a chance. He said, "Look, you can do 5 minutes," and I was very grateful for that. But you know, it's up to it's a free world. You can do whatever you want. It doesn't
you
affect
can.
me. It's a free world. But I don't agree with everything that. I don't agree with that. Then it's a massive debate. It's a wormhole.
I don't agree with criticising someone in a public arena just because you find something they've done offensive. Because, like I say, like I said, last night was a perfect example. I had an act come on that fucking played hundreds of shows, brilliant fucking comedian, been here loads of times, smashes it 90% of the time. Fucking said one thing that someone in the audience disagreed with last night, and it totally brought his set down. He had to literally fucking come off early and go. And then Dan goes on, who last week was the biggest fucking bastard on the comedy circuit, according to one person. Absolutely blows the roof off the place, smashes it, and don't get no offence. So I think if you are offended by anything you see, hear, or fucking, then just fucking keep it to yourself.
Yeah, and
do you know what I mean?
You're going to a comedy show. It's in the title, comedy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not truth.
I don't think any of us ever go out of our way to offend anyone.
No.
But I do think being a comedian partly is your job to offend people.
Well, yeah, there's not even to offend. If someone finds it offensive, that's their problem.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what I think is funny. It might not be funny, but I'm saying what I think is funny.
Yeah.
And the audience are the judges. And the people who find it offensive, it's their problem.
But to be fair, I didn't want to name names. And all right, Luke was offended, and he put a big. And I'm more angry at the people that jumped to defend than Luke. Because to give Luke his due, at least he was there. At least he got offended by whatever, and he's part of the thing. But it's that's his fucking that's his prerogative. He was offended, so he said what he had to say. But I'm more pissed off with the fucking 90 odd people that commented on it. They had no fucking right, who weren't there, didn't see it, couldn't fucking hear it. Do you know what I mean? But they still decide that they want to be offended by it and jump to the geez's attention.
Each their own. Everyone do what I want.
And I think there was only one or two comedians that actually defended Dan. I weren't one of them because I weren't getting involved. It's none of my fucking business.
I'm not even big enough in the circuit.
No, I'm not getting dragged into that shit because I have enough trouble with myself offending people than having to defend it. But
have you had anything like that at all?
No. I used to do a joke about names, and it was like quite tame actually. It was when I first started. I've probably only going a couple of months. This is why I don't do London gigs no more. And it was about names, and it was about like babies' names. Like Gary's not a baby's name.
It's not at all.
And then it went into surnames, and it was like we know how we got our surnames. And it was like basically we got our surnames from what we'd done as a job, what our fathers were.
Yeah.
So butcher, baker, farmer, they're pretty self-explanatory. And then it was like a Hancock. Where did Hancock, like, what was he doing? Just walking around with it in his hand like some medieval Russell Brand. And then it was Gaylord, and how gay do you have to be before you become a Gaylord? It's like Elton John. And I had a couple of people come up to me at the end of gigs going, oh, that was a bit harsh towards the LGBT community, man, and all that. And I just went, yeah, fuck this. And to be fair, every time I told that joke, and if I had gay people in the audience, I actually, that night when I got crucified outside for it, I had two lesbians in the front row, and they was absolutely roaring up.
Yeah, most people will find it fine. It's just you get these busybodies, you can call them.
It's always the people.
There's another word, pricks.
It's always the people that have got no right to be offended.
No, it's just they've got better stuff to do with their time now.
Yeah, slag other people off online. Anyway, Anthony, it's been brilliant having you here, mate. That's
Thank you for having me.
Up. Nice to see you doing anything. You good doing Frank Sinatra when you're doing that?
Friday the 24th.
Stevenage. This will probably be on after then. So.
Yeah, Friday 24th, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Brilliant. Well, good luck, mate.
Thank you.
Right, thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with another fucking retro break comedian.
Thank you. Bye.